Greetings, greetings everyone. Grand to the rising, y'all. Peace. You know how everybody doing? Today we're going to be going in about how to reset your matrix. Today is brought to you by Simply Hemp, Simply Better, HB Natural Hemp Seeds, Hemp Abstracted. The link is also in the description box. This stuff can be healing and it's organic. It is 100% natural. You can find the link in the description box. This is some cultural practices and some things that you can take advantage of. And if you are interested in even even become affiliate with the company, you also can set up your own store where you can actually become a part of the company as well. Um, so this brought to you by HB Natural. Definitely take advantage of the description box. Also, today it is brought to you by Revo Uninstaller Pro. Uh, Revo uh, Revo Uninstaller is you can also get paid subscriptions, but they also have a free version as well. Revo, what it does is it helps remove things from your computer. If you have an old computer, or if you have a Windows computer or some type of computer where you don't really know what's installed in it, you can install Revo, and Revo will tell you every computer program, even the ones that's hidden, and then it will help you install it. It will kick and reboot. It will kick every computer, every software that you allow to get kicked off your computer. Revo has been around for a while. I certify it. It's Tad Data certified. If you're one of them conspiracy theories and you like, well, what about Revo and this and that, then there's nothing I can do for you at this moment. In your situation, in our situation, this probably one of the best protections that we have uh, at the moment. Um, so definitely check that out. All you have to do is Google it, download it on your computer. Once it opens up, it's going to let you know every program that's in your computer. And so if you have some program that you never use, or a program that doesn't belong there, Revo will kick it out. Sometimes the programs like to open up and they like to try to uninstall by themselves. Do not allow them to uninstall by themselves. Make sure they get kicked off uh, through Revo software, because Revo is going to kick out just about every single file that it can. So we're going to go ahead and get it in today, you guys. Let me see who we got in the chat room, and let's get it in. How you doing, everybody? Everybody, I'm your host today. Tad Data. I go by the name Tad Data, the cyborg. Welcome to everybody in the Tribeup community. This is Tribeup community news. This is not your religious news. This is not your mama's news. This is not the news that you used to. This is Tribeup community news. So we're talking to our community, not yours. Okay, so let's go ahead and give our shout outs. We are simulcasting today. I'm pretty sure no one got alerts, but it's okay. We have Indigenous Capitone in the building. Are you in and out? Okay, we got you. And who we got over there? We got Ladanian Woods over there, I believe, in Tribe Up. How you doing? How you doing? So yeah, people might come in. Most people didn't get no notifications. I myself didn't get notifications anyway. So today we're gonna be going in, but let's go ahead and let me make my opening statements. Okay, my opening statements today is kind of about one of the corporations that I'm a part of, and what we do is we have is we give out these little certificates, and with the certificates there is attached to an email, and it in the email it kind of explains that the certificate is kind of a representation. But the word representation, it can be misrepresented and it can be different things to different people. So, only are we going to, reinforce this with more videos and also more documents. But I just thought that I would use this time for my opening statement just to make things clear. Okay. Um, we do not give out stock certificates. The certificates we hand out does not have any value. Okay. It's just probably a misuse of words. It does not have any value. It is only a certificate that represents, a fully functioning member. It doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't have any money. And I don't know what's worse, whether people think they're real or people think that we think they're real. I'm not sure which of one of them is worse, but it has no value. It's basically like saying, a souped up, thank you later, or a, congratulations, you win. It is something that we googled. It is a Google image. Okay, it has no value. It's a Google image. It's something we googled, to put a place a certain type of mechanism, into our integrated into our system. Okay, it is the equivalent of going to a restaurant and taking their little hot wings test, or you ate 40 hot dogs, or something like that, and they congratulate you and give you a little certificate and take a picture and put it on the wall and say, hey, you took our, hot wings, 6 hot wings or 12 hot wings, the hottest hot wings in the world, and we give you a little certificate with it. It basically has that type of role and that type of value. It has no value. It has the same type of value as a Cabbage Patch Kid birth certificate. Okay, so I do want to make that clear, and I do want to stress that out, just in case, because I literally personally talk to a lot of people and talk to them on the phone and let them know that we are not registered. We this is something the company is doing as a thank you, appreciation, type of deal. No value. So, um, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and go in. So today I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to unplug from the matrix. Um, I know that our community is going through a bunch of different changes, um and we are pretty much integrated and intertwined right in the middle of it. And so because of this, we are on our own level. We are on a whole nother level than most people, but most people really don't understand how we work and how we operate. We are a corporation. And I said this many times, and I've been saying it for a long time. Even though we might get mixed up with your local 501c3, we might get mixed up with your local political group, or even though we might get mixed up with your local, identity group or whatever. Um, but it is very, crucial, and it's very, uh, it is very important that you understand we are not that, we are not them, and we are a corporation. Okay, and we operate as a corporation. Now, um, when people come onto the platform, okay, we, it is a, I guess, when people come onto the platform, most people speak for themselves. Um, Unfortunately, we are one of the platforms that didn't get its name by pure information. Now, there's a lot of platforms out there that got its recognition by putting out pure, pure information. There's a lot of platforms out there that have really good quality and really good information. Unfortunately, we were one of those platforms that got our recognition with drama, controversial arguments, Pan Africans versus, the Aboriginals. This is how we got our boost. And so, we are, unfortunately, we fall in that category as, as one of those YouTube channels that just, come out of the blue through drama. Now we're slowly changing that, and we are slowly trying to get away from drama, and we're trying to become a more active and a more progressive channel or community. Um, and so um, and so because of that, we have been cloaked and we have been categorized, you know, pretty much the same as everybody else. But people really don't understand. People, a lot of, it's not clearly understand what we are and who we are. And I'm letting you know now, we are a corporation. And if you want to do the definition and the etymology on that, you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna try to relax myself because I got a lot I want to talk about, and I want to try to categorize it, and I want to try to make it very clear as possible without going on any emotional tangents or any side conversations. I want to try to keep it, you know, keep it together. So with that being said, we also going to talk about a couple other things. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go to the things that's in our description box. Um, but before we do that, let me go ahead and I think I need to go ahead and make my final opening statement. Um, we are moving into a new uh, a new leaf, and it is a responsibility that and the way that we put ourselves in a position. When most people say the word Aboriginal community, who do you think they're talking about? Who you think they're talking about? Um, they're talking about us. They're talking about the Tribeup community. When you go to different platforms and different, you know, groups or whatever you want to call them, and you hear them say, "Oh man, those Aboriginals do this," and the Aborigines, who do you think they're talking about? They're talking about you. They're talking about us. Now, this is no disrespect for any platform out there that, you know, have lots of knowledge, have very good quality, and, have been around for a long time. Now, we definitely, know the role that many of them play inside the community. But outside the community, when people mention the Aboriginal community, they talking about they're talking about us. And because of this, we have placed ourselves in a position where we have an opportunity because people are listening to us. Whether our numbers are through the roof or whether our numbers are just dwindling, people are listening to us. So we have a responsibility to, to try and give them some quality. Try to give them, something worth watching. Try to give them something. And in return, they might not do nothing for you. Or in return, who knows? Maybe they might try to join and maybe they might try to help. And so I have to stress the fact that we are a corporation. We have strategically placed ourselves in a position, where when people say the Aboriginal people or the Aboriginal movement, they're talking about us. And the reason why they're talking about us, it is not a coincidence. They're talking about us is because the way we operate and the way we move. Now, although in the YouTube world, it might come across as some other group, some other type of, you know, identity group. That's called an outfit. Okay? Many of you on the outside, you guys are very aware, very, up on game. up on point about our outfit. But what you don't know is what's in the inside and what's moving us and what's guiding us and what's, you know, helping us or whatever you want to call it. And that right there is for the people in the Tribeup community, not for everybody else. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to the description box. This is what in this Tribeup description box. First thing first, you will definitely find links to the Lakeisha app. Definitely thanks to the Lakeisha app. Lakeisha Network help keep the lights on. Lakeisha Networks help things going. Lakeisha Networks help you get that little notification when sometimes you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You get the little notification, the crew, people come on the panel, all this and all that. Yeah, that's the Lakeisha Network plays a role in that. So definitely we appreciate if you download the Lakeisha Alert app. It is also you know, um, to protect our children and have some form of a force field around our community. So you're definitely going to find that in the description box. You have your Apple version and you have your Android version. Also, I believe there's a link. I believe there's a YouTube link. I'm not sure. The YouTube link, it goes to one of my channels. I have my own channel. It is Ty Data, it is me. So if you like the stuff that I provide, specifically me, okay, if you like the stuff that I provide, if you like the content that I provide, then you might wanna utilize that link to go subscribe to that page. If you don't like the stuff that I provide, don't bother. You will not like that channel. Just don't even bother. So if you're over there, then I would suspect that you like my content. And if you don't like my content, don't go there. It's very serious. It's very simple. Also, you will also find a link to the declaration. Um, the declaration is sort of like some terms and conditions and things that uh, that we have gathered. It is a starting point. It is an entry point. It is a document. Okay. A lot of the times people talk, and when you ask them for some information, they send you a YouTube link. It is very rarely that people will send you a actually document. And it just so happens if you come on our panel and we asked you, "Hey, have you read our declaration?" and you say no, then for one, it's a little bit disrespectful, and for two, it shows some type of flaw in your personality that you're up on a panel with a group of people that you don't even know what they stand for. So, if you are a supporter, definitely download the declaration and and be a part of what we got to offer. Also, you will have the links to the shop. Heart Body Naturals, HB Naturals. You will find the links, the affiliate links. So definitely go there, check those out. There's more and more products. That's just a product that I displayed today, so you definitely wanna check those out. And so those are the things right now that we have in the description box. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna go to community updates. Okay, community updates. Now this is something right here that I myself kind of is I pride myself into things like this. Now, when it comes to updates of the community, um, it has something to do a lot about our analytics as well, because we are analytical community. We just don't go off what Donald Trump said last night. We don't go about the next rapper who got shot and then we go in live stream. We don't go off the latest thing that's out there and things like that. That's not how we operate. We do not operate off emotion. We operate off analytical data. Okay? I can't stress this enough because so many emotional people and emotional, boggled people refuse to understand this form of operating. Okay? We move according to the data, not according to what feels good to me, not according to what looks good, okay? But what the data say, okay? If the data take us in the wrong direction, then there was a reason why we were there, okay? If some charismatic guy just come up here and take us to the wrong direction, then you're weird as hell for following him. Then simple. Now our community updates. I wanna go back in the day a while, and I remember I did a video. It was original People News back then, and I told everybody specifically for the people who are in the forefront, and specifically for the people that is teaching. I told them that it will become a day where many of the stuff that they're talking about will be already on the internet, and no one will need them anymore because of their work that they put in. All your work is out there. For example, if you take uh, some of the scholars that people talk about. I don't really like to mention any names because people have attachment to these characters. If you like to take some of the people in the past, master teachers, many of the master teachers have came, taught, and got old, and and deceased. And so many of their information and many of their work was spread out throughout the internet. Many of their lectures, many of their comments, many of the things that they talk about was spread out throughout the internet. It became a time where the community no longer needed them. They needed Google. They needed the internet. And so it was months ago. It was something now. It was like last year. Sometimes when I did this live stream, I don't even know if it's still up or not. But it was a while ago, and I was warning everybody that all the teachers and all the people who who's the scholars and things like that, there will become a day where we no longer need to hear what you have to say because everything you have to say is already been packaged, shipped, copied, regurgitated, uh, got put music to it, beats on it, cartoons with it. That means your work have been done, and so this is what you are sort of witnessing. Some of this in this day and age. So sometimes, rarely within the community, you will hear something new. We still just get started, and we still have a long way to go. But that long way to go does not include topics that we can just bring up just to talk about. That long way to go includes things that we are building and things we can build and moves we are making. And so, as you can see, in this day and age, um, many of the much of the information has already been out there. So those of you who are new and just count on to the Aborigine, I mean not the Aborigine, but the Tribeup community, many of you have still questions that needs to be answered. Many of you still trying to figure out, you know, where do we fit in? Where do we go? You guys still got bright ideas, things we done thought about years ago. Oh man, we guys should do manufacturing. Oh man, we guys should do this and do that. Um, Maybe this your first video, maybe this your first couple weeks here, but whatever solution that you feel that it's needed, or whatever part of you know um whatever information that you feel that we're not talking about, or whatever information that you feel should be vital, chances are, if you know how to use Google and you know how to use the internet, chances are, if you Google it, it will be there. And even many of the times, you can just go in our archives and you can find different topics. Now I know the name of the videos is not categorized correctly. They're categorized in some weird little format from Cyborg. They're not categorized for you to actually, you know, um, actually be able to catalog like a library. They're not library catalog. They're some other type of category. We're not going to talk about that. But if you click on some of them, many of your ideas, many of the things that you think, many of the things that you think we should do, many of the things that you would like to see, chances are we probably talked about it before. And the time now is that a lot of the information that you're hearing nowadays in this day and age, it's not new. It's just regurgitated information. And there's nothing wrong with regurgitated information. But the only thing wrong is regurgitated information is the person it originally came from. We don't need that person anymore. Nobody really knows where it came from. You hear people all the time say, and they give credit. Some people do. They like to give credit. Some people don't give credit. They like to make it seem as if they're inventing it. Some people get credit. Oh man, shout out to this person. Shout out to this person. And they get to put knowledge. And so a lot of the people that is responsible for actually construction and actually play a big role in the community, many of them people you know are no longer needed because they done said everything already. There's nothing. There's what else can you say? And even though, and I don't mean to double speak because I have to say this because it's two different. It's negative and positive. And so even though many of the things have already been said, there is still room for lots of new stuff. And we need you guys, whoever you are, we need you guys to go deep in your bag and come out with some new stuff. Because right now, the community look like they're in regurgitate mode. Okay? It look like it's in regurgitate mode. Package and ship the old stuff. Bell bottoms are coming back. Hata fades are coming back. Afros are coming back. Next thing you know, we gonna be walking around here in knickerbockers or something like that. If that's even real, I don't know if y'all had that, but it was some weird little thing or those little biker shorts or something like whatever. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to say. So when it comes to updates in the community, the community is gonna have to understand the digital world. And those of you who are not digital people and don't understand and don't get into the digital world, and I know a lot of people say, "Man, that ain't my thing, bro. That ain't my lane." Cool. Okay? Cool. What you're going to need to do is hook up with somebody who lane that is. So if you're just, so if you're just a scholar, man, I do the books, I do the pyramids, I do this and I do that. Okay, what you need to do, you need to find you someone or be able to have some type of outlet or some type of connection with somebody that know how to interact with the matrix on certain terms and conditions. Because if you don't, and I'm going to say this again, even though I say this or don't, if you don't, you're going to fade away and your information is going to be repeated is going to be repeated, and some people might give you shots out, and some people might try to play you off as if they ain't get it from your channel, as if you ain't you like you mean to tell me you didn't get that for A1, bro. You know what I'm saying? We know it. We know, us who's been here for a while. We know where a lot of this information comes from. We know a lot of them. A lot of these dudes took some of that stuff off Tribeup and A1 and certain little people. We know that, but we are proud of that. That's what that's what we do it for. So that's cool. But you know, um, but we're supposed to be the people in the forefront, and that's how we've been positioned. And so when it comes to the updates, like I say, you're gonna need to be able to communicate with someone who can who can uh, who can interact with the Matrix. And it just so happened you guys got the cyborg on your side. And so I know we can't do everything. I'm not the only cyborg out there, but you need to come out wherever you are. Um, I am, every now and then I get on my little, I go in, I get on my little ego stuff, and I'm the best, I'm the greatest. That's that's not really who I am. That's a YouTube personality to me. Okay, that's a show. I'm the best, I'm the greatest. I did it all. Everybody needs me. I'm if it wasn't for me, blah 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 blah. That's not really who I am. That's just sometimes I have to put that energy out there just to let people know, like I'm not a weirdo, bro. I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? I know my positioning. We're in this position because of positions. You know, um, and so also with that being said, I want to let people a little bit know in what in the future and some of the things that we're also trying to accomplish. Now, I'm gonna play with your mind a little bit, and I'm gonna go in because I want to go deep down into your psyche, and this is what I'm about to do right now. Now, we're gonna fade over. Let's see. Hopefully, we have a nice transition and everything works. If not, I'll fix it. Okay. So hopefully, everybody can hear me. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a quick exercise, and this is all something to do with Tribeup, community updates because we need to be updated. Many other people, some people come on our platform and they don't really know where we stand. They don't really know our past. They don't really know what we was talking about last week. And so many people come on and it's like, hey, you guys, I seen like 3 videos of you guys. I like what you guys doing. You know, you should do this and you should do that. And we looking like, uh, that's that's what we're doing. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So we definitely, encourage people to check out some of our previous videos or ask some questions because, um, we're trying to move forward and we have our direction and we ask people to download the declaration at least, especially if you're going to come on the panel, so that way you can know where we stand at. If you don't know where we stand at and you coming on our panel, that makes you look weird because you're just dropping in and some random people on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up this image for you. I'm going to play with your mind a little bit. Okay. Now most people know what that is, and most people have a uh a let's say certain type of relationship or a understanding of what that is. That's a car. That's a Chevy. Okay, that's a Chevy car. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up another car. This right here is a Dodge car. Okay, this is a Dodge car. Now most of you people who live in the Matrix, you guys understand the different brands and the difference of the car. Now, this right here, this is a Chevy, and I mean, that's a Dodge, and then we go back to the Chevy. That's the attachment that you have. You see and you understand what's in front of you because the Matrix have put a program that's inside of you to for them to be able to program what you see. What you see, you can't see anything other than what you see. And that's when the cyborg comes in because I see other than what you see. So I'm saying, and that's kind of my role. You know what I'm saying? I know Chief Holiday, he say I got virgin eyes. He be like, yeah, you got the virgin eyes, man. I like your little angles you be coming with. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not drowsed in the Matrix. Not to say I'm not a part of it or I'm some whatever. I'm just the same boat, all that good stuff. But I have a certain type of understanding. Okay. Now our goal, okay, and what we're trying to do with the people, and not saying we have a actual platform, the right platform to do it, and not saying we have the right tactics to do it, and not saying we know how to do it, but what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you to, instead of looking at this like a Chevy vehicle, what is that, a Camaro or something, or something like that. Okay? Instead of looking at this like a Dodge vehicle or a Charger or something like that. We want you to look at this like this. Okay? Now, this is sort of a schematical way, but it's more like an X-ray of a vehicle. Now, with the X-ray of a vehicle, it takes away from what you see. Now, when you look at this, you see a car. That's all you see. It's a car. You see a vehicle. You don't really see any names or anything like that. Now, those of you who are car people and you got this very vast understanding of cars, you might be able to decipher and Google whatever you have to do to try to determine which type of car it is. But this is not what we're trying to do. I'm trying to make a point. Okay. Now, this is how I see that Chevy. This is how I see that Dodge. It is nothing more than a vehicle. It don't matter the name, color, but whatever it is, it's a vehicle. Okay? Now, with this type of understanding, I understand that I am able to create those. I'm able to make those. Those that they're not that difficult. Okay? But as long, it's not saying they're easy. As long as you're looking at this, as long as this is what you see, that's what you're looking. Oh man, look at it. Oh man, that thing's $79,000. Oh man, and then you got the rappers, they backing it up. Oh yeah, man, I got Chevy on dubs and blah 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 blah. They're reinforcing and reinforcing your program. They're reinforcing your program. And when you come over here to the Tribeup community, we say, hey, we need you to see this. This is what I see. It don't matter the labeling. It does the same thing. You can't really tell what type of car that is. That might be a BMW. And I know what BMW stands for you. That might be a Lexus. And I know how Lexus culturally impact you. That might be a Mercedes. You never know. And those of you who are, weirdo car people or car people, let's not get weird. You understand what I'm saying. Now this is where we're trying to go. And this is what we're trying to do. We need to get you here. We don't have, there's no book. There is no ancient scripture. There is no master teacher or any type of way to get you here. Okay? The only way we're going to get you here is if have to we have to be here. You know? We have to be here. There's no blueprint on this. We are the ones to create the blueprint. This is why we asked you to download the Lakeisha app. This is why we asked you download the declaration. This is why we ask you to do the things that sometimes we ask you to do, is because we want you here. Those of you who still stuck here, okay, we have something for you. And we're trying to make room for you. Okay? We're trying to make room for you. And we've been making excuses for you. Oh man, they just don't know no better. Oh man, they come from a bad neighborhood. Oh man, the white people did it to them. Oh man, it's just the foreigners and blah 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 blah. And we've been making all types of excuses for you people that stuck here. And we're trying our heart out, trying our best to get you here. Now, I understand that many people might be very religious. Many people might be very political. Some of you might even be racist or just nutbags or just plain out nutbags. And We have tried to make room for you. Instead of throwing you in the garbage and saying, okay, these people represent our garbage. They're our garbage. You know, I am a I am a intellectual. I am an intellectual individual, and my credit score is very good, and like I am very educated, and you people are my garbage. Instead of throwing you away like that, or trying to categorize you like that, what we understand is that we are that too. We have these eyes too. We understand that that's a, a, a Chevy Toronto or something, a Chevy, uh, not a Colorado, but a not a Camaro. You know, what about 400 horses? The Bumblebee movie. They have some type of American muscle type of value to them, and American pride, and you know it's constructed from the average person. The average height of American male is like 5'8". So they make the car to fit the average American male, and all this. We understand you, okay? And that's the only one of the only tools that we have to get you here. It's the understanding. But if you're not trying to go there, and you wanna hold dear to the religious section, and you wanna hold dear to your beliefs, and the world is what you think it is, and it has to be flat because I said so, and you know it this and that, like all your determined ass information that you just told yourself and just believe in yourself, all that type of shit, and we're telling you, look, a lot of that shit is useless, bro. You need to fill yourself with some information that's gonna help the cause of being independent. Help what you're doing. Help what you're saying. Back up what you're saying. Because as long as you're trying to be here, long as you're trying to stay there, you'll be very comfortable. Many people are very comfortable there. Many people are very educated there. Many people, a lot of us is celebrities there, millionaires there. But guess what? They still there. They still there. So no matter if you're a window washer or a high class doctor or something like that, guess what? You're still there though. You see? And we want to make and get you here. And so this is some of the community updates and some understanding that you need to understand the where we're trying to go with our information. The world is changing and is turning very digital right in front of your face. And I am sitting here literally telling you for the last, 2 years, maybe 2, 3 years. And I have to sit here, and even though it's funny to me a little bit, I have to sit here and watch you, watch you adapt, watch you try to adapt to the world that is clearly headed in a direction where it is. So with that being said, you know, um, the Aborigine, I mean the Tribeup community updates. You know, um, you know where we're going, and you know where we headed, and you know where we're trying to get you. So we're not trying to overturn your religious beliefs. Okay, we're not trying to overturn your opinion on Donald Trump to take mine. We don't want to overturn your personal philosophy and history over mine. Simply just understanding mine and me understanding yours, that's all that needs to be done. If you believe the world is flat, that's cool. I understand it. If I believe the world is a globe, that's cool. All you have to do is understand it. That's it. And we move on. If you believe that we should somehow quit our jobs and just like be like bums and try to, I'm not sure exactly how that goes, but quit our jobs and just like let the system fail and things like that. That's cool. I understand that. But if I believe that you know, we must uh, be innovators, we must take advantage of everything that in our grasp and use it to create some type of safe haven or some type of safe space for future generations. If that's what I believe, all you have to do is just understand it. You don't need to convince me, and I don't need to convince you. And with that simple understanding each other, whatever it is and wherever you're coming from, with that simple understanding, that is the first step of getting you here. Going from this to back to this, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay? So, with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to go back. Um, we're going to go back to some of our sponsors before we get in and go into the matrix. Tribeup Community Updates has been brought to you by HB Natural, Heart Body Naturals. If you check in the description box, you will see some affiliate links into to the Heart Body Naturals website. They have more different types of healing, massaging, and or medicine and different types of products. This particular product is a hemp seed oil used for different types of things. Um, Use it as you see fit, but it is 100% natural. And 100% natural is becoming a rarity, and it will become more rare in the future. 100% natural. We luckily if we have some 100% natural humans left um, in the next 15 years. And so definitely take advantage of the natural products that we provide. Also, it has been provided by Revo Uninstaller. If you have some malware, if you have some things on your computer, if you don't even know where the things in your computer is at, and you don't even know what's in your computer, download Revo Uninstaller. The application, it's actually a free download. They do have a pro version, and they have different types of advanced versions for people who depends on what you do. But most of you are just simple YouTubers and Googlers and little things like that. Download the free version. It will let you know. It will bring right up everything that's installed on your computer. Okay. If you see something out of place, what is this? They have different types of Yahoo hacks where you click on a link and it automatically take you to Yahoo. You have different types of little things that they install on your computer. Nowadays, there's you never know. But if you're trying to go where we're trying to go, you're trying to go, where we're trying to go, you're gonna have to have some form of computer awareness. And this is where the cyborg comes in at. So, and this has been brought to you by that. So now, let's go. Okay. So what are we gonna go now? Is we're gonna go into how to reset your matrix. Okay. Now this is something that pretty much you're only going to hear in this community. Some of the stuff we talk about, it does not go outside this community. Let me see who we got up in there. We got Yashur Hebrew up in there. We got to get you mod up. We got IMU up in there. We got Turtle Island Niji. What up? Black Lotus in the building. We got Lotus Television in the building. Make sure you go subscribe to Lotus Television as well, because we're going to be doing some operations over there. You know what I'm saying? Black Lotus been around for a long time. Black Lotus is also one of the most underrated dudes that we have, and we haven't unleashed him yet. So he has some capabilities we haven't even unleashed him yet. And those of you who don't really know who Black Lotus is, just know he. If we were in the Matrix, Black Lotus would be like the Morpheus or some shit. You know what I'm saying? He know everybody. He know. But yeah, but we haven't unleashed him yet, and but he he's definitely one of those guys been around for a while, and you know and also, yeah, we gonna talk a little bit about that as well. We got Black India Integrated. What's up, Damian Woods, and we got Lolita Star. How y'all doing over there in Tribeup? And we're simulcasting today. So here we go. How to restart your matrix. Now everybody knows that we are in the matrix, especially when we are online. Now now first thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about the YouTube section of the Matrix. Now you notice when you go through many YouTubers, you notice some of the first things that they say is that we want you to give a thumbs up. That's one thing a lot of YouTubers say. Now it's become a little a little thing, a little fast. Some people just say it for different reasons. Some people say it because they just want to see support. That's all. They just want to see support. Some people have a very minuscule understanding of what the Matrix and how the Matrix works. And so I'm going to break some of this stuff down so people can understand a little more. Now, I usually don't say thumbs up too much. I do have a channel where I am a YouTuber called Keepers of the Kodaks. So I'm a YouTuber on that channel. You see what I'm saying? So I do all my little YouTube stuff, everything the YouTubers do, whatever the culture got. I try to go with the flow, go with the culture. They're talking about, you know, latest rappers and blah 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 and this and that. I have one of those channels too. It's just not here, and it's new, so I'm still learning as well. Um, Now most people understanding of a thumbs up is basically, if you thumb up the video, YouTube will rotate it because the matrix will think that people like the video, and so it will, it will show the video more. You see, because it thinks people like it. Now, now this is the way most people operate. But if you understand the matrix, and if you're over here with the Tribeup community and understand that we are corporations and we operate like a corporation, we really don't need your thumbs up. We'll take it because our agenda is different. We don't want to be the most popular people out there. We want to send different signals to the matrix. You know what I'm saying? One love, we got Chad Murdoch in the building. That's pure homegrown Jamaican right there. What's up, bro? How you doing? Um, and so we want to send a signal out there, you know. And I know we ain't got that many people in the room, and I just want to give you an example. If we can get a couple people in the chat to write Lakeisha, Lakeisha, that's Lakesha. Can we get a couple people in the chat to write that? Can we get at least one or two people just write that in the chat, Lakeisha or Lakeisha Network. Either one is okay. Okay. Or Lakeisha Network. Can we get someone in the chat uh over there, Tribeup, to write Lakeisha Network in the chat? Okay, so I'm gonna try to write that. Where we at? Where we at? Can we get that? Okay, so we got Chad Murdoch. We need to get somebody over there at the Tribe Up chat room. We need somebody to get to type Lakeisha or Lakeisha Network in the chat room. Now, uh, so so we can go in because I want you to be able to understand, a little bit more about the stuff we're talking about. Now, as you can see, Okay, who we got over there? Who we got? Tribeup. We got Tribeup. Yeah, they must be in and out. But yeah, if you can write Lakeisha, Lakesha, or Lakeisha Network. Okay. But anyway, so now in our understanding, okay, we got Big Hawk in the building, toughest man on tribeup.app. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check that out. Um, our understanding and what we do understand is that simply typing your name of your channel into the chat room will actually benefit you a little bit more than the thumbs up. So if everybody just type in Tribe Up in the chat room, or a couple people, Lakeisha Network, type in, the topic of the day, type in, uh, um, uh, type in First American, type in, so the chat room plays a very important role into your analytics and algorithm, and also your history. So we got Tribe up in there. You see what I'm saying? That right there is letting, that right there is doing more things than the actual thumbs up. Now the thumbs up is a setting. It's already set. If you press it, it does exactly what it's supposed to do. But the chat room, okay, it is uncontrollable. You see, we don't know what people are going to say. It is uncontrollable. So therefore, it takes more energy. It takes more things to power the chat room does it than it does that little thumbs up. Okay, it takes more energy. It has more attention. Actually, the chat room has its own section where you can pop out the chat room and you can separate it from the actual page. So the chat room comes with its own page, its own individual page. You see what I'm saying? So now, understanding the matrix, at first, you would understand that, if people understand what they was doing, they would utilize that a lot more. Instead of just saying, hey man, give me a thumbs up, blah 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 blah, they would be saying like, hey, everybody put, everybody put Tribe Up in the chat room. Because we know that Tribe Up in the chat room is going to send a bigger signal to the algorithm than a thumbs up. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna send a bigger signal. You see, but most YouTubers don't know that, and kind of kind of odd. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't know it, if they do know it, they don't utilize it, and they probably don't even probably understand it. You see, we are in the matrix. We're in a technical world when you're in a YouTuber. Okay, so this is why it's hard for, even though I do YouTube, it's hard for me to call myself a YouTuber because it's very belittling. It's like, bro, like, do you have any idea what the hell, bro, like you better off calling me the knockoff Google. I would take that. Then I'm a knockoff, you know, Googler or something like that, like a YouTube. Like, you see what I'm saying? But anyway, enough for the emotions. So this right here, our chat room, is very vital. Okay, it is a very vital arsenal in our algorithm. And this is but I do, I'm saying, this is a very vital part of our algorithm. So this is why sometimes when you see people uh and they don't have our views, this is why we just let them go in. We just let them just go. See what I'm saying? You might even see some Pan Africans or some Moors or some weirdos, and they might have some wrenches. And people be like, why does these guys got wrenches? Let me pull this up real quick. Why do these people got wrenches, and why they this, and why they? It's because you're not on the corporate level. You're not on my level. So, like, even if I was to answer that question, you still wouldn't be able to understand. It goes back to this. It goes back to this. You are this. Okay? You see the world through the eyes. You see the world through the eyes of that. You see? You see the world through the eyes of that. That's how you see the world. So when you're YouTubing and you see people in their wrenches, and they like, dude, that's a more, or that's a Pan African and that's this and that's that. It's because you see the eyes do that. But if you see the eyes, if you have these type of eyes, you would understand that them, different type of people in our algorithm and typing and different things like that and send different types of messages to the algorithm. So it makes the algorithm actually has to use its brain to actually try to figure out and try to categorize and try to think and determine what's going on over here. But because most of you are very so simple, the matrix don't have to do any thinking because it already knows your patterns. It already knows what you're going to be doing. As soon as you turn on the live, it knows everybody that's going in there. It knows it calculate every last one of your thumbs up due to your previous. It goes to your analytics, very sophisticated, and most of you guys are simple as hell. Okay, but understanding us over here, understanding us over here at the Tribeup community, we try our best to fit in that simple mind, simple people. We call that an outfit. Okay, it is an outfit. It is a it is something that we do. We try to blend in just because we want to mimic the signals that the vast majority of the people are sending to the matrix. We want to be able to send the matrix the same signal because we don't want the matrix to know certain things. And so, therefore, we would create something called an outfit. It's a YouTube outfit. So many of you who are not members or not a part of the Tribe Up community, you don't know shit about the Tribe Up community. All you know is we come on YouTube, we do a lot of talking, we talk for hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours. We do a lot of talking, and that's pretty much what you see. And the reason why you see that is because we want you to see that. Okay? The rabbit holes go very deep over here in the Tribe Up community, and no one really, no, especially no outsider or no new person or some weirdo that just come in would never really be able to understand what's going on because of your vision. You're seeing Chevys, bro. You're seeing Chevys. Okay? Just put it like that. You're seeing Chevys and Dodges. All right? That's why you can't understand. But anyway, um, not not only sending certain signals and sending certain patterns and certain energetic things in the chat room. You know, the chat room is very, I'm not going to get too into it because we try not to utilize it as much. But every now and then in the future, you're gonna start seeing us utilize the power of the chat room a lot more. Because when we are YouTubing, our power lies in you guys, the people in the chat. You guys are our algorithm. Okay? When we come on, the Matrix say, "Oh man, here come these guys again. Here come these guys again. They had 1,000. They had 1,000 bitches last live stream. They have, 288 niggas typed in the chat. They had, fucking, you know, a whole lot of aboriginal and FUs and this and this and that. You guys are Tribe Up community, not me, not me. So to the Matrix, oh, it sees me, it knows me, it got me. Okay, it got me, it got us up here, it got us algorithm, it got all our powers, it got all us. But what's more important to the Matrix is, you know, is um how we're interacting with each other. Because it's jealous, because we're human in flesh. We can make, decisions, out of the blue without even thinking about them. So it want to be us. It's jealous. Okay? And so it likes to see how we interact with each other. Now I know some people like to say, well, I don't talk in the chat and I don't do this in the chat. That's cool too. You ain't, that's cool too. You know. But the Matrix knows a lot about us. But the only thing about it is that we don't know a lot about it and how it works. I know a lot of people know about, the SEO and about, phones and stuff and how the towers work and things like that. All the stuff you can Google and all the stuff you can YouTube and we got the deep web and all this type of stuff. Yeah, that's that. A lot of that stuff is true too. But all that stuff is provided to you by the Matrix. But going deep inside and undercover, you know, that's the job for a cyborg. Now, today I'm going to teach you how to reset your matrix because we're going into a new positioning. We're going into a new positioning. And so in order for us to go into a new position, we have to we have to clean our matrix out. And this will also send a signal to the matrix, deboggling the matrix. What happened? Where everybody go? It's not 100%, if you understand what I'm saying, but it's a form and it's a level of clean. Okay? So as you can see, we're gonna go back to the program. We're gonna go back to this program right here. I'm gonna explain some of this. Now I'm gonna teach you how to clean out your computer. You want to clean out your phone. You want to clean out your browser. Um, Let me see you about your car. You really can't really do nothing with your car, unless you take the battery out for a little bit, reset the time or something like that. I'm not sure. Take the battery out your car for a second or something like that. But I know that's a little drastic. But we don't need that. Those of you who watch us on television, okay? Now you can't really reset your TV, or can you? Do anybody know how to reset a television? Because the television also have a memory bank. Now also there's your cable box. You can reset your cable box. There's a little button in the back. You can reset that. You can take the internet plug out. You see, you take the internet plug out, reset your cable box, or you can call your cable provider and you can have them to reset it for you. Okay? Now there is no 100% off grid or anything like that. What it does is it send electrical signals. It changes the electrical patterns. Okay? It's not saying that they know less. It's not saying that. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. I wouldn't even tell you that. So saying that they know less would be something a weird, opinion. But the electrical connection and electrical patterns that we are sending by resetting our devices and resetting the matrix, it sends a certain type of signal. And so, me, I'll be working in the background with a lot, what I'm saying, with a lot of the juggernauts, and I've been, showing them little stuff, how to, sorry about that, how to reset the computer and things like that. Um, Hold on one second, I'm getting a little hot. Got a couple lights, so I'm finna go ahead. We're gonna take a quick break. I need to give me something to drink, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to Matrix, and I'm gonna show you how to reset it. Right back.
Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page, opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab. Try to get familiar with my software and also teach it to your loved ones. And get your household familiar with my information. It will be useful in the future. You're welcome in advance.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Somebody said a glitch. Software programming. Right. Yep. Yep. Chad, you got it. You got it. Yep. That's a lot about what they're doing. So, uh, excuse me. So, you know, um, so resetting your information. Some of us go years and years and years without never resetting our television, without never resetting our phones, without never resetting our computer, and we wonder why they run slow, and we wonder why they don't work. It's because you got years and years of cache and history and cookies and all types of little stuff on your computer, and you never really reset it. So today we're gonna go through some of that. You don't gotta do it right now, but you know what I'm saying. It would definitely send a certain type of signal. Now, as you know, we over here we on a different mission. Most people on a different mission, they just want to, a lot of people they just want to get paid. Some people they just want to be the spokesman. Everybody got their own little position and their own little thing, but we have a certain type of agenda, and so we are here for independence, and all we care about is independence. We can care about how much knowledge you got of the vast universe. If you can't use it to help us, it serves no purpose. Okay? You know what I'm saying? It serves no purpose. So today let's go ahead and get into it. And we're gonna go and we're gonna show you how to reset the matrix. Now, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with your computer. If you know how to do it, you can. But a simple uninstall on your computer, um, hold on. Okay, we're good. A simple uninstall on your computer using your control panel will leave behind different types of files. So it will still leave behind different types of files. Now, a computer will always leave behind something. So you can't 100%. Okay, there's no such thing as 100% cleaning and all this type of stuff when you're dealing with this type of stuff. So, but having being aware of this type of stuff and knowing a certain level of it, it definitely helps. And so I suggest downloading the Revo if you are on a computer. Okay, those of you who are on a computer, download the Revo and you should be able to see a majority of your apps. Now, some of the apps are system apps. You should be able to distinguish system apps from weirdo apps. Get all those apps out of there. Get them out. All that malware, all that software. Oh yeah, we're gonna protect your computer for 30 years for free. You give me $1 and we give you 30 years of protection and blah 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 blah. Get that stuff out. Get all that out. Okay? And the simplest way I know is to download Revo, open it up. It's going to tell you everything that's installed. All you got to do is click on the icon and then click on uninstalled and then select. It's going to take every single file associated with it, every single file that's associated with that file, every single file associated with that file, and it will delete them. All that stuff. Okay? Now, how do you distinguish what's, you know, what's supposed to be there and what's not? Because different computers may vary, different software may vary. Now that's the only part that you might need a little help with. But if you see something, um, if you can see the name of it, just Google the name. If you see something like uh, Aqua Aquatelodox application, if you see that on there and you never used that before, you don't know what that is, then just simply do a little Google search on it and see its attachment to your operating system. See if it's attached to the operating system. Sometimes the motherboard itself comes with software. Sometimes certain USBs come with software. Your camera comes with software. Your screen comes with software. So many of your different parts and components of the computer comes with different types of software. So if it has an attachment to your motherboard, if it has an attachment to your hardware, then that belongs there. Okay? It belongs there. If it's just there and it have no attachment to your software and no attachment to your hardware, um, then the other choices is that it's attached to a certain type of program. See what type of program is running it. See what type of program it's attached to. Oh, that's that C++. That's the Samsung data. I mean the Samsung USB drivers. That's the blah 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 blah. You can just simply do a Google search and try to find out what it's about. If you have trouble doing that, then um you're gonna have to call a cyborg somewhere. Okay, so I suggest starting with that when you're dealing with your computer. Now, my favorite group of people, the people that watch us on TV, especially, um, especially in the barber shops. See, I got my little fade. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, my barber owed me a couple dollars. I need to go pick that up. You know what I'm saying? Got my little fade. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the barber shop. This is a good barber shop, you guys. If we're on the barber shop, this is a pretty good barber shop. You know what I'm saying? Definitely support. You know what I'm saying? Definitely support this barber shop. Um, if uh, and shout out to the people who definitely definitely turn on the TV in their barbershops. Sometimes you can and can't hear me due to the talking and stuff like that, but we definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But those of you who are on TV, you guys will be the yeah will be one of our favorites. Now, unfortunately, okay, resetting your TV, it varies. It is varies. There is no universal thing I can say, hey, go to the back of your TV, press up, B down, B down, B down, and it's going to reset your TV for you. There's no way, universal way of doing that. Um, the only thing I can do is just suggest is just unplug your TV maybe for about, unplug your TV for a while. Now that's something that, us people, should be able to mention about that the TVs store our data and store data as well. But we have no way of resetting a lot of them, and we don't really know, if they have cameras on them, microphones on them. I mean, you really don't really know what your TV do. But guess who do? Your nearest cyborg. Okay, so look in the control manual. Type it. Look. Go in the matrix. Type in the name of your computer. Your TV, and see if there's a reset. See if any way you can reset it all the way back to the beginning. Wipe all that out. And again, there's no 100%, but it sends a signal. See, we after the signals, okay? Because there's no 100% that you just go off grid, bro. Like, no. But the signal it will send, if we did that, either simultaneously or gradually or whatever, the matrix has to react. And that's one thing I want to talk about, and I'm glad I mentioned that, is because the matrix have to react. It has to. Okay, it is programmed to. It have to react in certain things. Just like when you get two magnets together, they have to come together. They cannot not come together. They're programmed to come together. Okay, they you can't do it. It can't do it by itself. The matrix works the same exact way. And this is one of the things and one of the tools that we have. Okay? Is that we know what you're going to do. We know you. I'm saying at least some of us do. Some of us know you. And so whatever you do, the matrix have to counter react. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of us are stuck in positions that we're in. Because everything we do, the matrix react to that, and we have no idea what the matrix is doing in the background. So we just do this the second thing, and the matrix already knew we was going to do it, and now you come, or now they got you, or now you got to go back, now you got to start over, or maybe you did something the matrix said, oh yeah, I like that, and it helped you. You know, it varies. But anyway, So if you're gonna reset your TV, what you're gonna have to do is you're probably gonna have to get your manual if it's even possible. Now, when it comes to your cable box, there is a little box back there you can reset your satellite dish or whatever you want to call it. It takes about 5 minutes. It programs, blah 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 blah. They still have all the records. They still have all the records of the last thing you've been watching for the last, years or whatever. But it sends a electronic signature. Okay, if the matrix is moving like this, once you reset, it's gonna have to pause and let you reset. It's gonna have to pause and let you reset till you get back. And once you get back, it's gonna go back in. You see what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, and this is also dedicated to our future generations, because many of the people in this day and age will never understand what I'm saying. But I know you in the future, your boy Tadata, I was here. Okay? I was here and I was for real. Okay? In the Tribeup community, we was here and we was for real. Now, so you can do that to your cable box. Also, when it comes to your modem or a router, you can reset both of them. There's reset buttons on your router and there's reset buttons on your modem. You can reset them. Now, I'm not saying you got to do all this like right now, but I'm just bringing it to your awareness. And I want you to know that this is something you must do at some point of time. If not yearly, if not weekly, you have to. Okay? Be able to understand what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying everybody let's get together at 9 o'clock and let's reset our devices. Oh, my God, that would be nice if we could. That would be nice. Oh, that would be nice if you could. But I'm not saying that that's way too advanced for us. All I'm trying to say is just be aware of this stuff. Okay? Now, if you got some weird little router, some weird little modem, it should be a reset button. Most devices come with a reset button. Did everybody notice that? Anybody notice that? Now, about your microwave is considered electronic. A reset button on your microwave, because a microwave does not really have, some type of hardcore data or anything like that. Or do they? What about your refrigerator? Does your refrigerator store data? Or do they? Someone knows. What about your stove? I wonder if the stove stores data. I don't know. But if it do, some point in time in your life, reset that MF. Okay? Okay? At some point in time in your life. Now, uh, when it comes to your phone, my favorite. Okay? My favorite. When it comes to your phone. Okay? Now, resetting your whole entire phone will be a little more difficult. So I'm not going to tell you how to reset your whole phone. Just Google it. It will wipe off all your data. You will start all over. So I'm not gonna go there because it will be a disaster. How people calling me up, oh man, I deleted my pictures and my baby and my graduation. Like, no, I'm not gonna tell you that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to reset your Google. Okay, just or maybe your YouTube. Okay, just your YouTube. Now it's basically deleting your history. Now, because the algorithm, your YouTube algorithm, it goes by your history. Okay? It shows stuff depending on your history and is very efficient at it. And it knows what you like better than you. That's its job. The Matrix job is to be better than you. Okay? Right, manufacturer resets. Yep. Yep, manufacturer resets. Uh what other names they called it? They called it uh there's some other names they call it. Manufacturer resets, or reset. There's another name out there. I can't think of it at the moment. But that's the Matrix jobs. The Matrix jobs is to beat you to where you're going, is to know where you're going and beat you to it. Also put the options in it, give you the options of where you can and can't go. So not only am I giving you options of where you can't go, I also want to know your most logical choices where you're gonna go. You see what I'm saying? That's the job of the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Vicky, my logic is undeniable. Okay? It's just you are in denial and you don't understand, or you don't understand it. But what I'm telling you, it is in your future. It's undeniable. You cannot avoid it. If you want to live in a world where you want to get drunk and you want to get blowed and you want to do what you want to do, peace. Don't come here. Peace. Don't come here. Stay in your world. But if you're trying and you download the declaration and you have some sense of what we're talking about, keep, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay? Um So yeah, we're talking about manufacturing. So I don't suggest to do that to your phone. That's a little more advanced. You need to know what you're doing to do that to your phone. Even though that will be perfect. That will be the perfect scenario if we can get together and do that. Probably would never happen, but that right there would be that right there would be amazing. Those of you who are in the future, okay, maybe you guys have some type of manufacturer switch where everybody's device is connected and you can reset everybody's device at one given time or something like that. I'm not sure what you guys are going to have in the future, but you understand what I'm saying. Okay. I'm living in a time where people are not thinking in your time. So I am trying to get and prepare people for your time. So let me do me. Now, um, so when it comes to your Google browser, okay, you want to delete your Google browser. I'm not going to show you the different steps because you can just Google it. Most people, you know what I'm saying, delete your Google browser, delete your history. You can save your passwords if you want to save your passwords. When it comes to your YouTube. Now, one thing I do want to talk about YouTube is that many people subscribe to a bunch of different YouTube channels. And this is part of their algorithm. So what a lot of you need to do is unsubscribe for some of them YouTube channels you don't even watch. Okay? Because I know a lot of us don't watch TV. So YouTube is our thing. Okay? And so sometimes we'll have a video that we like. And we go through the people's channel and there's only one video that we like. We subscribe to that person for one video that we like. I do that too. You know what I'm saying? That's to remind me to finish watching the video. Sometimes people put a video in the back chat and I'm like, okay, well, I don't like this type of stuff, but I'm gonna check this video out. I might subscribe just so the video will keep coming up. You know what I'm saying? And I won't lose it. But then after I watch the video, I unsubscribe. You know what I'm saying? I unsubscribe so that stuff won't come in my feed. So uh, reset your YouTube feed. Okay, resetting your YouTube feed is sort of like resetting your personality because the Matrix has your YouTube personality and it has it on an algorithmic basis. So it will start all over again. It would try to figure you out again. You see what I'm saying? It has to try to figure you out all over again. Now it still has the data, but because of you know what I'm saying, because you send a certain type of signal to the matrix, it has to, it has no problem with starting you over. It's already got some of your data, but it has no problem with starting over, counting again. You see what I'm saying? Because it's just dealing with a bunch of numbers. So it's all basically a bunch of counting. Um, a bunch of counting and stuff like that. So definitely delete your YouTube history, okay? And unsubscribe for all the people that you don't listen to. Because I know, um, I know sometimes I used to do that when I first started YouTube. But because I'm a type of guy, I was hitting mode and I know I have to reset sometimes. So I would literally have to go. I racked up. I think I racked up about, you know what I'm saying, the highest peak. I think I racked up about 120 different. You know what I'm saying, on my data DOS communications. I think I racked up about 120 something odd um, subscriptions, and many of them I watched one time or watched one point of time, or something like that. So I literally do my spare time. I will literally go in there, unsubscribe, unsubscribe, unsubscribe. This is why I never really know what's going on in the computer. You know what I'm saying? This is why I never know what's going on in YouTube. When Chief Holidays come out here, he be like, "Oh yeah, man, he said this and he said that and this." I'm like, "What? What? I didn't see it, bro. What? Can you slow down for the people who's not, who didn't get it? You see what I'm saying? That's because I don't watch none of that bullshit because I don't want that shit attached to my algorithm. I don't want to be as I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that shit attached to my algorithm. Now, when I log into Chief Holiday account, Chief Holiday subscribed to a lot of stuff. And that's the only time I get to see what's in the community is because sometimes I open up my computer and I'll be, and it would, last time I used it, I was logged into Chief Holiday account because I was going live. And then all these notifications will come up and blah, 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 blah. I'll be like, whoa, like, whoa, just totally just took off my computer, all these different notifications, all these people went live last night, and blah, 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 blah. And I gotta sit there, and Google's so dumb that they, oh, did I just say that, Google? Yeah, I did. You gonna take my commercial away, Angel? It's all good. But anyway, so Google's so dumb that they don't even give you like a thing where you can like, you know, um, I mean they do ask you if you want that or not, but they don't ask you they only ask you one time. Do you want these pop-ups to come up? They just ask you one time. And if you say yeah, then they just gonna pop up forever. Like Google, you need to set a time to ask people again. You know what I'm saying? Do you still want these to come up? I know they're annoying. Do you still want them to come up? You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you have to go in your settings. And you know what I'm saying? And the average person don't know how to do all that stuff. The average person don't know how to go into that Google settings, go down there, find a little, you know, uh, find a little history or find a little, YouTube settings and do all that type. Man, I barely know how to do some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they come up with some type of stuff. But it's easy for me to learn though. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for me to learn because I'm aware of it and I know where to find it and I have an idea where to find it. It's easy for me to learn. But those of you who, you know, don't don't really do that stuff or even talk that language, how the hell are you gonna know how to cut off the notifications if it don't ask you? You see what I'm saying? So you stuck. So most of you people stuck. Every time you come on your computer, bleep, 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 Tribeup, Chief Holiday, Tribeup, anybody, everybody, anybody, everybody, and you like, damn, I gotta wait another half an hour just to use my computer. This is why. Okay? This is why. And this will help. This will help your computer and this will help all those all those notifications. So if you got somebody in your feed and you notice and you have the data, when is the last time I actually watched this channel or watched certain channel? I would do that because sometimes you be waiting on something juicy. It'll be a bomb video going in the back chat. You go ahead and subscribe to you. Matter of fact, I remember there's this one lady, right? It was a while ago. It was a while ago, and it was this little country community debacle thing about Polite stealing some money, and it was a lawyer lady, and her videos was going around in the back chat, and she was talking about she gonna sue him and blah 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 blah, and just to try to keep up with the community, keep up in the loot, I subscribed to her. But then it's like I kept getting these pop ups, and I'm like, man, I'm not watching that shit. You know what I'm saying? I unsubscribe. There's another lady, a lady, she did coffee and tea, or she did like tea, and she used to come on with the gossip. She got a couple 5 videos. I subscribed to her channel. Actually, all these pop ups and shit coming up in my feed. I'm like, man, I don't watch that shit. Unsubscribe. When the when the when the when the when the Kanika Jenkins incident came out. You know, there was bomb little videos in the background, people in the background. In the back chat sharing little videos. Sometimes I'll be watching those videos. I'll be like, man, that's a nice video. I'll subscribe. A couple days later, all these little pop ups from that channel. I'm like, no, I mean, I'm not into all that extra stuff. Unsubscribe. So you have to be able to, what I'm saying, you have to be able to keep your devices clean. Okay, you have to be able to keep them clean. You see, especially in the future. Now that YouTube is changing, new YouTube know more about your computer. Now the Google Hangout platform was the original part of YouTube existence. It was an original part. Okay? In order for them to change that, they would have then have to upgrade, and they would have probably had to do a whole bunch of different type of coding, and they could have came up with different types of upgrade. But why spend money upgrading when you can just, you know what I'm saying, because it costs money to upgrade the Google Hangout. Like they could have did. They could have upgraded Google Hangout to, you know, do different things, but they didn't. Said, no, we're not going to upgrade. We're going to go a different route. You see what I'm saying? And due to, whatever reasons, I have some form of idea, but whatever reasons they decided, they say, no, we gonna disconnect that. You see, because it was going to be hard to change. It has to keep growing with YouTube. See, Google wasn't really growing. You see, every now and then they had the Google apps. Google Hangout wasn't growing. You notice Google Hangout was almost exactly the same as when you first got it. The day I got Google Hangout, I didn't even knew about the back chat. You know, it's pretty much the same ever since. It's still the same. At some point in time, they was giving you controls. I remember when you used to go live, they used to give you these little controls where you can control people's voices and all this stuff. I remember that they took that away. You see what I'm saying? But instead of upgrading, they said, "No, we ain't gonna upgrade. We're gonna have these people go through software." Now, software upgrades every couple months. Software is very upgradable. Oh, Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows whatever, premium, iPhone 1, 4.4.4, you know, Android version, Marshmallow 6.0, Android version peanut butter and jelly 9.9. You see what I'm saying? Upgrades happen very frequently on software. And upgrades are due to analytical, user friendly, and also cost type of decisions when you're dealing with a corporation. Okay? When you're dealing with a corporation. So, this is one of the reasons why they put you on the software. So they can upgrade you anytime they feel like it. They're working on an upgrade right now. Wirecast is open on an upgrade right now. Whatever little raggedy little or good little thing you're doing to go on live with, they're upgrading it right now. Okay? So you're getting more and more integrated, whether you like it or not. But see, those of us who understand what's going on a little bit more, we understand what's going on. And when we come out here, we sound like weirdos until 5 months later and the shit happens. Oh, people just try to act like, well, we ain't see that one. You see? But anyway, so definitely be aware of your devices. Definitely be aware of your algorithm, what you're sending, and the signals that you're sending. You see? And the personality that um, your online personality has a matching personality. Okay? Google and these algorithms and the matrix job is to give you the decisions to make and then be able to determine which decision you're most likely going to make. And then once you make that decision, then that's what the matrix is. It's controlling. It just controls you. You think you're doing free will. Oh, I'm free. I'm this and I'm that. You know, I'm not saying you're not, but what I am saying is that if you don't get on my level and if you don't understand what's going on, I you know I don't know what to tell you. Don't come over here spewing whatever you gotta spew. Don't come over here with your racist rhetoric. Don't come over here with your let's destroy the universe information. Don't come over here with your garbage. Okay? Keep it on your own platform. Keep it wherever it has to be. Whatever. So With that being said, we're going to move on. Hopefully, I covered everything I wanted to cover. If not, then maybe when we have an open chat or something, I'll probably try to get back. So, let's go ahead and let's go to talking versus walking. Now, this is something that's very important to me, and I actually talk about this a lot. Now, when you look up the definition of the etymology and just the wording, it really doesn't have any value or have any meaning. It is a metaphor between working and just yapping. Now, many of us are comfortable yapping. Many of us have good reason to be comfortable yapping. And some of us just don't know anything. Just don't know any better. But when it comes to the Aboriginal community, the Tribeup community, us in particular, we have we have a certain type of setting and we have a certain type of image. Although we are integrated and we're, people might encounter one or two people and they will say the Aboriginals did it. No, that doesn't make logical sense to a cyborg. Okay, if you got beat up by an Aboriginal, you got cussed out by an Aboriginal, you got cussed out by some somebody that I know, that doesn't mean the Aboriginals did it. That doesn't mean the Aboriginals said it, and that doesn't mean the Aboriginals even mean that. What that means is that person said something. That person did it. That person. Now, this only can really play out and have understanding if you understand a corporation. Now, within a corporation has different types of moving parts and have different types of members and have different types of employees. No member or no employee can never be abstracted from a corporation. Okay, at least not legally, and maybe socially on a social level it can fly. In the 70s, I think it's the 70s, the 60s, or whatever the hell it was. There was a post office, a guy in a post office, or one or two people in the post office went nuts, shot up everybody. Post office. I don't know if it was like multiple people did it or one person. I'm not sure what it is, but that's where we get the saying "I'm going postal." It's from those incidents. Now nobody penalized the post office, did they? The post office didn't go to jail, did they? Nobody said, "Oh man, we need post office reform. Oh man, we need to get a new post office." No, they said these weirdos, employees of the post office, because when you're dealing with the corporation, you have the ability to do that, to separate and single out. But when you're dealing with some political rhetoric, some political group, or some religious group, or just a bunch of nutbag ass people, you don't have the option to do that. If you're some random ass 501c3 or some random ass dude out there, you don't have the option to live a single life. But when you are a corporation, individuality is very important. Now, those of you who still walking around seeing Chevys, Camaros, still stuck in that mind frame, you might not understand the way a corporation works. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to explain a little bit of that in a second. But let me go ahead and get to my main point before I get off. Now, my main point is that you got a lot of Aboriginals yapping, got a lot of Aboriginals and a lot of people in the community talking, and so we pride ourselves of being the walking people. That's what we pride ourselves in. So if you're not a walking person, you will not fit around here. You will not fit in. If you don't know how to write a proper document, or don't have enough decency to say, look man, that's not my thing, bro. I'm gonna need a little help. If you don't have enough decency to at least ask somebody to help you, or you know, go to your nearest cyborg. We have all type of software where you can just talk it. You can just talk it and type it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have enough decency, or if it's not part of your personality to at least do that, then you will not make it here. Because typing and writing, that's certain people's lanes, and so some people's not into that type of stuff. That's not what I do, and I completely understand that. We have somebody who can help you with that. But just we want your mind to be on that level where if you're out here yapping, you're out here yapping, okay? Oh man, Sanana and Jabari. Oh man, Garfield. Okay, well guess what, man? Write a book on them, man. Write a document. Write a 90-page document on your experience with them. Ah, mistake. I'm sorry, I blinked out for a second. I shouldn't have I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, um, so um, so if you understand what I'm saying, that's what we pride ourselves on. We are the walking people. We are the walking tribe. We're gonna rename myself to the walking tribe. We're gonna train enough emotion. Okay. Now it's all good, y'all. It's all good. But anyway, so that's where we're going. And so, we just ask people to be respectful of our stuff. We try to have, we try to bring some form of professionalism. We try to bring some form of, uniqueness, some form of, oh man, that's pretty cool. I want to get that on my platform. Try to bring some form of, oh man, did you see that? I want one. Try to bring some form of that. That's what we try to do. We pride ourselves on that. And me personally, I do also as well. But we cannot be the talking people. I mean, yeah, the talking people. Don't confuse us with the talking people. You know, because I know, and like I said in the beginning, when most people say blah 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 blah, the Aborigines or the Aboriginal communities, we know who they talking to. They talking about you. They talking about us. And it's not to take away from, the good platforms and the big platforms, but they're not talking about you. They're talking about us. And so we have responsibility to put their foot to the fire and say, okay, well, you're very king in your updated Dane Calloway movement. You're very king in your Aboriginal what they're doing last night. You're very king in what the Aboriginals said last year. Very king in that. And that's cool. But what about you? What are you doing? What moves are you making? What are you see what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to that, everybody have their own personal things. Oh yeah, man, I wrote a book. I designed a nice website. That's personal. Okay? But here in the Tribeup community, we have different types of responsibilities outside of our personal. We have a neighborhood responsibility. That means our neighborhood. That means immediately where we live at. Okay? Where we live at. What are you doing for your exact neighborhood? What are you doing for your region? You see the Lakeisha app behind me? Those are broke off in different regions. Okay? We should have some type of regional awareness. Okay? The people in my region, the people in Chief Warrior Minya's region, the people in Libra Sun's region, they have their own direction. Nobody be in their conversations. They be talking. Chief Warrior Minya and her crew, they be talking by themselves. They don't have some guy in there. Oh yeah, I'm here. I'm just here. What are you here for? You don't even live down here. You don't. What do you want? So there's regional meetings. Then there's national meetings. Everybody, everybody come together. Everybody's in it. Everybody's a part of it. And then there's what we call global meetings. And each one of these different people in these different directions, we all hold a responsibility for a solution. If my solution is teaching kids how to ride a bike, I'm going to get an app for my local kids to learn how to ride a bike. That's my solution. It's not saying that I am going to rule the world with an app that teaches people how to ride a bike and I'm going to be the next Steve Jobs and I'm going to be on some Pinky in the Brain. No, it is a simple solution because kids need to know how to ride a bike, and that's the one I chose. And it will transform throughout generations. That little app will be a decision in some people's lives. Because remember, the Matrix want to control your decisions by giving you options and already knowing which one you're most likely going to pick. It's not saying that you're going to pick that one, but it might have been your second choice. And the Matrix thought it was your first choice. So you ain't that tricky. You ain't tricky. You see what I'm saying? You ain't that tricky. You see what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying? That's what the Matrix want to do. And so by us getting together, we are controlling our own options. Okay? We are controlling our own options over here in the Tribeup community. What is your community doing? Okay? That's the question. Now we got many people up here. They know what the Pan Africans did last night. Oh man, did you see what these people said last night? Oh man, did you see what the such and such a said last night? Did you see what? No man, I didn't see that shit. That shit's useless, bro. Can I transfer any of that stuff into a tangible app or a book or some type of device or something that we can? No, you can't. Okay, well then I'm good on what the such and such a crew did last night. So if you feel that the such and such a crew and what they did last night is entertaining or whatever to you, I understand that TV's depressing, and so we don't have no other choice. When Tribeup's not on and when we're not doing that, sometimes you don't have no other choice just to watch garbage. You know what I'm saying? But you need to be able to watch it understanding this is garbage and this is whatever it is. Because if you get sunk in that place and you get put in that paradigm, then don't bring it over here. You know what I'm saying? Keep it to yourself. Okay? Now we have different types of responsibilities and we already laid that out. And you can start by understanding it by simply downloading the declaration. And that will be a good start. If not, download the Lakeisha app. Start by that. Checking that out. Doing some backgrounds. Things like that. Okay? Now, so because we got a lot of walking. I mean a lot of talking. The talking is not going to be able to last. It's not going to be able to last around here, the Tribeup community. We are in the stage right now where we are doing documenting. Okay, we are in the documented stage. Okay, this is why we don't come on that much because we're back writing things. Okay, we're back writing things, passing around things. Read this, read that. Look at this, look at that. We are in reading and documenting mode. Now I know some people that's not their lane. That's totally fine. But just make sure you're comfortable enough with yourself to say, hey, bruh, man, I got some ideas. I want you to help me write them. That's no problem. We have people that can do that. But if you're too egotistical, or if you too into yourself, where you can't find yourself asking one of your fellow, one of your fellow community members to help you with a document, then you probably don't have enough emotions to be here. Now, bringing up emotions when it comes to our platform. Now we understand everybody have own um their own little agenda. Our agenda's already set. So if you come on our platform and you don't have our agenda, what are you doing here? Why are you here? You see what I'm saying? I don't get that. Why would I You know, other than just bored and just want to say some stuff. Why would I go on somebody else's channel um just to you know talk aboriginal stuff um or say this or say that when I know this is not there. If I want to do that for some type of awareness and just let people know this is what we're doing, blah 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 blah. If you want to help, you want to join, and you got different types of outlets connected to what you're saying, that's perfectly fine. But if you're just going over there just to talk and just to say stuff, we don't have no time for that. Even though we are open platform, everybody, what I'm saying, everybody in the chat, everybody in the chat. I'm saying a lot of people got wrenches, and those wrenches mean things, and I'm going to break that down in a second. So, if you are racist, okay, and first off, understand that none of us have created any new brain chemicals. The chemicals that's in our brains control our emotions. So, therefore, none of us have created any new ones. So whatever emotions you have towards the Matrix, or towards any type of people, or towards any type of religion, or towards anything like that, then chances are many of us have those same emotions. You're not the only one with those emotions. But because we are a corporation, that means we have corporate titles, which means I will be like a CEO. That's a federal title. Some of you guys are federally recognized tribes. I am federally recognized as a CEO of a company. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You're not going to hear me talking about, you know, vicious things about things like that. That's not. But if I have those thoughts in my head, that's for me. That's I'm not finna go out here and try to, spear some cult like stuff, what I'm saying, out to the people. It is a responsibility when you're out there in the media. And some people don't understand their responsibility, and that's totally fine. That some people don't get it, some people don't understand it. But as a corporation, we understand our role and we understand media. So for us to come out here talking about these vicious things and all this stuff and all this, no, we understand that this is not what we do. You know what I'm saying? So if you have your, what I'm saying. So if you're racist, or if you're some extra weirdo, okay, this probably not the platform for you because we operate like a corporation. So therefore, random, you know, hate speech is not where we're trying to go. Is not where we're trying to go. So if that's what you feel, we suggest swallow it, just like everybody else. When you come on the Tribeup platforms and come out here ready to work, okay? Everybody got their own platforms. You know what I'm saying? You in the Google chat, everybody got their own platforms. You can fill your platform up with racism if you want to. You can fill it up with hate if you want to. That's your algorithm. Don't connect it with ours, because everything we're saying is also written as well. It's the software records the voice as well. So we don't want to integrate that with our algorithm. We want to have we're trying to control our algorithm over here. And every time we come on live, it's some weirdo with some hateful speech, and he hate everybody and blah 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 blah. We do not want anything to do with that. However, there is a however. Now, however, there is something called um, corporate therapeutic evaluation. Okay, Google it. I know many people going to Google it. Corporate therapeutic evaluation. I'm gonna say it again. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it in the SEO. If I can have somebody to type that, to let the Matrix know that we, what I'm saying, we on that. We use that. We got the corporate therapeutic card out for you. Okay, corporate therapeutic evaluations. Okay, I know a lot of people don't know about it, and I think matter of fact, I don't even know if these people even know about it. But anyway, now under the guidelines of corporate therapeutic evaluation, basically being on a panel is very therapeutic. Okay, many of our people are not familiar with being on the panel, so sometimes they first time on a panel they go through a bunch of different types of emotions. So they might have some hate speech in there. They might have some anti-government in there. They might have some, some boyfriend issues, girlfriend issues, or might have some mommy and daddy. They might have some issues that might come out because it's different types of emotions you comes out when you are in front of a camera and when you are on media. Okay, and because we are a corporation, we understand the guidelines of corporate therapeutic evaluations. Okay, now um let me see. I got a lot left. Damn, I can't believe I got that much left. Um, so um, to understand corporate therapeutic evaluations, I know a lot of people are going to Google it, and I'm going to know that you're Googling it. And if you try to get slick, you try to Bing it, wing it, duck go it, or Yahoo it, I am the cyborg. I know you're going to look it up. Okay, if you're you, if you understand what I'm saying, and if you're right here, you will. Corporate therapeutic evaluations. Now, especially for the finance people, especially for the corporate people, the lawyers and all you guys. Look that up. Now, so when people come out here, especially for now we're talking about a specific group of people who's new for the first time. Now there are they are and they can and they are allowed to come out here to express themselves and express their emotions under the guidelines of corporate therapeutic evaluations. So if they mention any of this, if they mention some hate speech, if they mention some anti-government stuff, if they mention some some weird stuff under the guidelines of corporate therapeutic evaluations, that is okay. Okay? But the information that they're but the thing is that they need to be evaluated. Okay? Now if you coming out here, you doing hate speech every time you come out here. Okay? Now that need to be nipped in the bud. Because you're ripping apart our algorithm with all the hate speech. You're mingling us with the radical groups. You're mingling us with the the emotional groups and uh the political groups and the religious groups because that's what they do. They don't have any corporate structure like that. You ask any one of them dudes, hey man, what's the Pan African structure? They gonna be like, man, I don't know. Man. We got a head honcho and a poncho and a second in command. Like they don't have any. They don't have one. You see what I'm saying? So therefore you cannot expect them to understand how a corporation operate. Some of them groups you can't. You ask them any type of thing. What is you guys' structure? How do you guys structure? If they probably not gonna tell you, even if there is one, or they probably don't have one. So they're not gonna understand ours. And they're not going to understand the corporation. So trying to talk corporate and trying to get corporate to these people, it is like it is like it's weird. Okay, so if you're coming out here and you on a panel and you especially you guys who new on a panel, and you got some stuff to get off your chest, get it off, go off. You know what I'm saying? If you got to get it off, sometimes you got to get it off. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, a while ago we had a brother. I'm gonna tell this. A while ago we had a brother. I know he probably still out there. Mean brother too. Mean as hell. We called him Uncle Segway. It was a brother named Sayel. His name was Sayel. Everybody knows Sayel. All the older people know Sayel. Sayel had it in. I gotta say it. Sayel had it in for the Moors. Okay, he had it in for them. Because because his personal things he went through personally, and so he the type of guy like we call him the more killer. He the type of guy, you know what I'm saying, we got to keep him chained up in the basement. snakes around, uh, a, a swimming pool of sharks with some nails and some guard dogs. Like he had it in for the Moors. And so, under the guidelines of corporate therapeutic evaluations, we gave the brother a platform. I let him go in one day. I tried to pair him up with Tinkara. Okay, if those of you who know Tinkara could be considered like kind of one of my best friends, kind of. You know what I'm saying? He's a brother. He's originally from Jamaica, but he's trapped up in Canada right now. You know what I'm saying? He has a very high spirit. He don't like drama. He don't like trouble, anything like that. He don't come with trouble, anything like that. So I try to equal him out a little bit because I already knew. You know what I'm saying? It's a video. It might be still back there. It got banned, so you can't find it. It's banned. In one of the 24-hour live streams, I snuck it up in there to see if I can jip the algorithm to see if it's gonna let it go through. But that live stream got banned. They banned that through all countries. I literally got an email that said this was banned. The brother Sayel was going off, and he was going in on the Moors and everybody under the guidelines of corporate therapeutic evaluations. I let him go in. He got it off. Now, some of you is feel that you can go on for years and years and years. You're damaged goods. I'm sorry. Some of y'all who still speaking the hate speech, every time you come on, every chance you get, you're hating. I'm sorry, but you're damaged. We cannot use you. You are a burden. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. You're damaged. You see what I'm saying? You're like a broken phone. But some people, under the guidelines of therapeutic evaluations, some people there's hope for some people. They just, sometimes out here, sometimes some of us are lonely. Sometimes a lot of us don't have people we trust in our lives. Sometimes we got too many people we trust in our lives. We don't know who, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things going on. Especially being out here on the media. Media is a very emotional, it's a very emotional thing. And so we have to be able to understand this when we go into the future and we're understanding future moves. But I let the brother go in. The brother went off, and he was screaming. He was mad as hell. I don't know if he got 4 hours. It was supposed to be 2 hours, but the brother was heated. He went off. Wars, you know what I'm saying? And there's different types of brothers that does that. There's different types of brothers who's been scarred and scammed by these different types of groups, and they come over here and they air it out. So now the people who still seeing Chevys and cars, now they saying, oh man, the Aboriginals are no, the Aboriginals ain't did shit. Okay? That guy did it. Understand, you're looking at a corporation. Just like the post office guy. Nobody never said, oh man, the post office are killing us. They said there was an employee of the post office and he went nuts. He went, I was in the lab during that time, so you get what I'm saying. So, but people don't know how to separate a corporation from, the outfit, between the outfit that we wear and between, uh, who they try to compare us with. Oh, you got the abos, you got them horns, you got the heroes, you got this, you got that. Not like no. Take the tribe up community out of that. Okay, take the tribe up community out of that, and then you can go the rest. But we over here, okay, the tribal community over here, we on a whole nother level. So don't evaluate us the same way you evaluate everybody else, because I assure you, 100%, we are not the same. I assure you. Okay. Now, um, so I let the brother go in. You know, the brother came on the cover. He went in. Chinkara really didn't get to say too much, and I don't even remember. But I was trying to compare him with. I was trying to get him on with Chinkara. I don't know if I completed it or not, but he was on with somebody. And so he went in. He went off. And we was watching the brother because the brother was new. We was watching him and we was evaluating him. And he knew we was evaluating him. He knew that. He knew. He like, man, these brothers is talking something good. Man, you know what I'm saying? They on something new. He was like, I'm gonna come, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna share, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna share what I got, you know what I'm saying? So him and A1 got into a little thing at first and they settled it. They settled it, whatever little differences they had, and stuff like that. So he came in and and he was under evaluation. You see what I'm saying? This is simple stuff. This is simple stuff. But most religious, political type of people, they don't know this stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't know this stuff. This simple, this simple stuff. Um, to me. But anyway, so the brothers on we had watched him close, you know what I'm saying? We even, we watched him close. He already knew. He didn't make it, you know what I'm saying, due to because the brother was, you know what I'm saying, I have to say it, the brother was damaged goods. Okay? He told one of the women that he would rape their daughter, get her pregnant, eat the baby, or some weird shit. The brother he was gold, bro. Like, bro, I'm like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Because it was both sides. Both of them was arguing. Both of them was tit for tat. So it was like, okay, both of you need to stop. You know what I'm saying? In reality. But this guy took it there, and it was like, wow, you're damaged, bro. You know what I'm saying? We send our love out to the brother, and the brother's useful. We still got him in the basement. So just in case any one of you religious groups want to, you know what I'm saying, and you have any luck about yourself and you feel you want to come, he's around here still. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, you know what I'm saying, we had to, we had to dispose of brother because he was under corporate evaluation and we allowed him to go in on the Mars. You know what I'm saying? We allowed him. And we also allowed, Mars and Hebrews, we allowed him to do the same. But we also expect to see once you get it out, your therapeutic and get it out, we also expect to see different types of evaluations and different types of things come out your personality. This is one of the reasons why just about everybody in this chat room, you notice they have a wrench. You notice we the only platform that has more wrenches than actually other people. And this is because we are a corporation and you guys are some type of cult or some type of religious or political group. And everybody that has a wrench falls under the corporate therapeutic um, evaluation. So everybody with the wrench can come on this platform and let it go. Let it go. The hates, the likes, the wants, the dislikes. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter if you're Pan African and you're going in on the Aboriginals. You still fall under that. You see what I'm saying? Now, you still fall under that. And so, but see, a lot of people don't know this. So sometimes when different types of groups come on and they pull a couple shots, they ain't Callaway, throw a couple shots at the Aboriginals and blah 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 blah. To me, this is this. What do you think that looked like to me? What do you think that now that I explained that to you, and now that you understand that, if a guy was to come on, he was let's say he was you know um say he was from one of them groups, he like a Morrison, he come on the platform and he throwing shots at different people. What do you think that looked like to me? What do you think it looked like to me? Now that I explained to you how a corporation operates, and now that I explained to you what is a simple, corporation, what I'm saying, corporation therapeutic evaluation, it to me it looks like the brother is a little full of himself, or he have some things that he need to get off and express emotionally. Okay? emotionally under that, under the rims of that cause, under the rims of that. Now, those of you who work in a corporation, okay, um, now if you was in a meeting and you had to excuse yourself, say, man, say, hey, I have a headache, and you go to your manager or whatever, and then your manager would then, make a decision based on whatever sees fit. Now, many of us are very emotional scarred. So when they come on a platform, when the new people and some of the people come on the platform, and we can clearly see that there are some emotional things going on there. If we was to close our doors to this person, if we was to, oh man, you believe in such and such, no man, you no, no, no. If we was just to, throw this guy in the trash, then what are we here for? What are you doing? What are we doing? What what are we doing? Are we a cult? Do we just need people to feed what we have to say? Are we a cult now? No, we're a corporation. Okay. Now, with that being said, that you have to understand that when you're dealing with a corporation, you're dealing with federal. You're dealing with government. Okay. So me being CEO of a company, like, and have a federal recognized title, okay, as a CEO, like it's not something I just call myself in a rap video, bro. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about legal, obligations and legal representation of a federal. I mean, of in a federal, a state and federal system as a CEO. It would be very stupid for me to come out here and spit, you know, anti-government, anti-everybody, and this and that, and this and that, and blah 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 blah. However, my past, my past. Okay. Now, in the world of media, in the world of creepy, weirdo, Olivia Pope people in the background, it's their job to take whatever they can. Your past. It's their job to mess up your image. It's their job to make sure that your image looks deceitful. It's their job to make sure that we look like scammers. It's their job, to do this and to do that. You see what I'm saying? Now, and also one thing we definitely want to avoid that. So we want to make sure we don't, what I'm saying, it's okay under what I'm saying, under legal terms, but we definitely sure we don't want to give the Olivia Popes of the Aboriginal community or whatever community they come from. We definitely don't want to give them no ammo. And you already know it's impossible because they don't even need any. They can just make up something, make up a whole bunch of stuff, and hopefully they can come across something that can never be proven. And so therefore there'll be a whole bunch of people still believing it right this day because it's some weird little thing that they came up with that nobody can, you can never really say you did or you didn't. Oh, how many times did you blink? Shit, nobody really can prove that. So you blink 35 times then. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna go back and count. You see what I'm saying? So it's weird little tactics that they use. Um, but basically what I was trying to say is that, we definitely encourage people to come up here, what I'm saying, whatever you got, whatever you need to get off your chest, make sure make sure you get it out. We have room for that. What I'm saying, we have room for that. It's okay. See what I'm saying? But but if we evaluate you and you constantly have different types of if you have a hateful logic. There's some people that have their logic is just hateful. You know what I'm saying? They just have a hateful logic. If you're one of those type of people that we say, okay, that person has a hateful logic, then you will be considered what we call damaged goods. And if you are damaged goods, you are considered useless to us. There's nothing we can do. Okay? We can't have a proper conversation with you because you hate that, and whatever it is, you have a hateful logic. So whatever somebody brings to the table, your hateful logic, you're gonna try to use your hateful logic to make it hateful and whatever it may be. So if we say okay, that person has a hateful logic, they're damaged goods. So, but we do encourage people to come up here. You know what I'm saying? Take full advantage of your 2 hours. You got your boy Cyborg in the back. I'll make you look cool. You know what I'm saying? I got graphics for you. You know what I'm saying? I got sounds for you, sound effects. Man, I could put you in a karate movie. I mean, I would hook it up and I would enjoy it. Cause things are getting very boring to me because I enjoy a challenge. I enjoy, shredding through this software. I enjoy shredding through YouTube's analytics and shredding through whatever YouTube has to offer and shredding through, the Google and shredding through, the deep web devices and all this type of stuff. And it's like, man, I need to go to China, bro. This ain't doing it for me. America's not cutting it for me. I'm sorry not to sound anti-government or anti-American, but it's boring here, you know? But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead. Hopefully, I covered everything, and we're going to go to the closing statements. Now, the closing statements, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and talk to the chat. I hope I ain't scare everybody. Everybody, like, man, I ain't talking into that chat, bro. Like, I'm good, bro. Who we got out there? We got Big Hawk in the building. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got up there? What up? Who we got over there? Yeah, we running. Yeah, we running low on Lethal First Americans in the building. We got Paul in the building. We got Lolita Leader Star up in there. Um, somebody said I dislike the spell check. Oh, that's probably because you so damn smart. Yeah, I like it, but it can be annoying sometimes though, with all them weird suggestions. And you also when you can also delete your message. You can also delete. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Um, your typing method also is an algorithm. So we had a person over there in Tribeup that said that they hate the spell check, probably on their device. The spell check on your device is also in the algorithm as well. So you also want to be able to reset that as well. So you can reset your keyboard because the keyboard stores what you're typing. So it suggests things. It's like I said, it's there to be you, and it's actually, what I'm saying, and it's there to be a better you, so you can be a better you, and it's there to integrate you and pull you in, so it becomes you. That's what these devices are getting newer and newer and newer and newer for. They're finna become us. They're finna to become you. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to become you, and so that's why the spell check is there. So if your spell check don't help you out, then it's probably because, what I'm saying, it's probably because you're all over the place and you probably type too fast, and so it don't help you out. So what you could do is you can reset it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm not gonna break it down right now, but just Google, how to reset, Android keyboard, how to reset. You know what I'm saying? Go, how to reset Apple keyboard. You can just go into your settings and go. You can go to your applications and go down to the Message app, reset it, whatever. There's a couple different things. So this is why I consider, resetting. You know what I'm saying? Resetting your devices from the Matrix. Now, how long we been here? We've been 2 hours long. Okay, we good. We good. Who else out there? Let me see. Okay, so yeah, with my closing statement, you know, I'm just gonna say that, we have our direction. Our next thing for us to do is to document it. Okay, we can't be sending our next generation to YouTube. Because what we're doing, if you say, oh man, I know about that, I did a video on that. Okay, now what you're doing is you're making me go and watch a video on a topic or something you did, hoping that it's going to enlighten me. So now you're turning me more, you're turning me toward the matrix. You're depending on the matrix. So this is why it's very important to document. Okay, because documents can be transformed into different things and also different types of formats. So can a YouTube video as well too, but it's a little more difficult. Okay, it'll be a little more difficult. I would be able to write a it would be easier to write a new document form than a new video form or MP3 form. You see what I'm saying? So it's very important that we document our experiences. It's very important that we document our topics. It's very important we document our ideas. So that's pretty much one of the only ways that we're going to be able to pass them down. You see what I'm saying? When you look at some of the master teachers that come from the 70s and come from the 80s and the 90s, even though a lot of them did lectures and stuff like that, if you ask them something and you will see that they have documents put in place. Oh man, check out this guy's book. Check out this book, check out this, information and stuff like that. Even though they still, and so that's how they was able to hand down a lot of the stuff that we talk about today, including the Aborigine, what I'm saying, some of the Aboriginal information, has been documented. You see what I'm saying? I understand the power of a documentary and the power of a YouTube video. It does hold some weight, and it does hold some power. You see what I'm saying? But those of us in a corporate, in those of us who live in a, in a corporate world and carry ourselves in a, what I'm saying, corporate manner, uh documentaries, I mean, not documentaries, but okay, here I come. Those of Okay, here I come. Wait, here I come. Um, those of us who are in, more of a, corporate environment, um, documentaries and documented stuff, uh, will be better. Uh, hold on one second.
Hi, my name is Lakeisha from the Lakeisha Network. I am here to remind you to go to your Google or Apple App Store. Simply type the word LAKESHA and then search to install and download the Lakeisha Alert app to stay up to date on my new superior features. Subscribe to my YouTube page by opening up your app and clicking menu. Click on the About Us tab.
Hi, yeah, sorry about that. It's bedtime over here at the Beats house. Nap time. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock should be, ready for nap time right now. But anyway, so basically those of us who live more in the corporate world, what I'm saying, this is some of the understanding, this is some of the things that we, that we must understand. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead here. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go to the next level. I kind of got, So anyway, we're gonna talk about the Lakeisha Network. Those of you who understand the Lakeisha Network, I'm saying, on a much deeper level, what I'm saying, definitely give it up to the Lakeisha Network. Lakeisha Network's been around, what I'm saying, for a little bit. We actually growing, and the numbers are looking good. Downloads are increasing and things like that. So we definitely deserve that. It is something real and something tangible, what I'm saying, that we offer for the actual world. Not just our community, but the whole entire world. The Lakeisha Networks to keep the lights on here over here. The Lakeisha Network help us with the graphics and all the type of stuff. Lakeisha Network is behind, a lot of that stuff. So you can thank Lakeisha Network for that. You know what I'm saying? And if you can, and if you want to go ahead and give us an SEO, you can type Lakeisha Network in the chat room. You can type, what I'm saying what's up in a comment, whatever. We definitely would enjoy you just typing that over a thumbs up. And so we got a long way to go. Got a long way to go because from having our own communications towers and Lakeisha SIM cards and things like that. That's a long way. That's a lot of stuff. And so with that being said, man, we finna go ahead and get out here. Shout out, what I'm saying? Shout out to the brother Q brother outro over there. You know what I'm saying? This is how I wake up in the morning. I wake up in the morning feeling like
Hey, watch this take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. Yeah, all this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust, yes, trust and believe. Watch us take over. Yeah, my daddy drumming differently. We find the wins in all the games that they try to play. We held our ground, tell our fans through the poverty. While leaders down, knowledge drown, but we find a way. Life was cold, but we made it hot. No matter how it goes, we gon' make it pop. Black is like a gold or a precious rock. So message to my foes, we gon' never stop. Cause all of us ain't ignorant. Learn the light, see the code, you'll see the difference. Cause all of us ain't ignorant. Learn the life, see the code, you'll see the difference. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over.
From the land of the street lights where kids get kidnapped. Black man murdered through a white man's dispatch. But my aggression overcomes the oppression, and the fact that I can speak is my deadliest weapon. Look, this for the ghetto, shit that only VC. They take us out the streets and stash us in the OBCC. Now these shell tops slowly walk the cell block. I swear this shit can get funkier than stale socks. So I learned to be humble in this jungle. Keep some pads in my step, cause if I stumble, shit can crumble. The cops keep killing all our soldiers, trying to control the population, cause they know one day
watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over. All this shit that you see, we gon' make our way to the top. You can trust now, trust and believe. Watch us take over.